Hi, my name is Oscar, and don't take this personally, but I hate you. How can me hating you not be personal, you wonder? Easy. I hate pretty much everyone. It wasn't always like this, but my life lately is like that telemarketer that calls you at 6:30 when you're trying to make dinner. My shrink says I should try to adopt a more optimistic... Sorry, boss is coming. Good morning, sir. How are you today? Oscar, where's that report I asked you for? I'm fine, thanks, David. Which report, sir? Jesus, Oscar, I don't need a PA that needs to be told everything twice. I just don't remember the report, sir. Did you email it to Oscar Johnson? Maybe Oscar Wilson? Just bring me the damned report. Easy mistake. Aye, sir. At lunch, I go to pick up my blood pressure medication. I'm in a rush, so of course everyone gets in my way. At the pharmacy, I tell them I'd really like to get high. Blood pressure medication. Apparently it's not very funny. Apparently the pharmacist thinks he's airport security where they take all matters about safety seriously. Anyway, I leave before the police come, but now I'm out of time and without my meds. Here comes Jane. Jane is the boss's PA, but she thinks she's the boss. We do not get along. Oscar, could you print off that quarterly report for me? I'm gone literally all week, but anything for you, Jane. Too sarcastic. Train trip home. My carriage has 3 snifflers, 1 cougher, 3 loud headphones dickheads, and someone laughing obnoxiously at YouTube videos. At my stop, 10 people form a scrum as they fight to be the first one off. At home, I take out the book my shrink gave me, the Little Book of Calm. Rest in a tub, it says, so I draw a bath. I lean back and take a deep, soothing breath. Forget all my troubles. Picture a vast green ocean. My bubble bursts as my phone rings. I ignore it at first, but they keep calling and calling. So I climb out of the bath and I go to answer it, and it's my mom. Oscar, I can't find your father's shoes. How are we supposed to go out without your father's shoes? A ripple appears in my green ocean. A better question might be how you can go out without his heart beating. Mom, Dad's been dead for 8 years. We go back and forth and round in a few circles, and my already limited patience is being stepped on and smeared into the floor tiles. The next day, the ripple becomes a wave when I get to work and Jane is acting suspiciously nice. She calls me to the boss's office. I immediately know she's found some way to fuck me. She's been trying for months. Oscar, you've been promoted to senior EA at head office. Head office is in another state. As flattered as I am, Jane, I can't do it. I have to stay here and look after my mom. You don't have a job here anymore, Oscar. In anticipation of your positive response, David has already begun hiring your replacement. I close my eyes and fight to be calm. Unhired then. You can't just get rid of me like this. I signed a contract. Oscar, we both know your heart hasn't been in it since you took that unapproved holiday a few months ago. Go out with some dignity. I tell Jane I'm not feeling well, and I make my way to the elevator. On the way, someone budges past me. This is why I hate you. Because you get onto the elevator without letting other people get off first. Because you bump into me while you're on your phone, and you tell me to watch out. Someone blows smoke in my face at the streetlights. I'm really fighting to be calm. Picture yourself on an idyllic South Pacific island. I keep my eyes closed, but all I can see is global warming and rising sea levels and panicked islanders being swept out to the sea. I need to try again. To try harder. Smell the blossoms. Certain scents stimulate the productivity of the relaxing chemical serotonin. How the fuck does that help me in the middle of the city, Little Book of Calm? How the fuck does that help me? Invest in a fruit bowl. Pat something. For every 5 minutes of every hour, I give myself permission to relax and be calm. This is not working. Turn into a windmill. Wave yourself calm. I keep going, and someone almost hits me when they don't stop at the pedestrian crossing. My windmill catches fire. My exercises are backfiring. The person in front of me turns suddenly, and we collide. He scurries off when he sees the look in my face. People around me are starting to give me space. At the next set of lights, a young woman pulls up beside me. She's texting on her phone, barely looking at the road. When the lights change, she goes, still not looking up, almost clipping a pensioner who can't get out of the way fast enough. I take off after her. This woman has become everything I hate about everyone. People like my dumbass boss, people like Jane, rude, selfish, inconsiderate people. People like you. She stops at the next set of lights, and I catch up with her. I rip her door open and I pull her phone out of her hand. She starts screaming at me as I start smashing her phone against the door frame. And I start screaming back. I call her a bitch and a murderer, and I threaten to break her neck as poison pumps through my blood. And I drop her shattered phone and I lean in. I'm about to do something horrible. And I stop. I look at her. Like, really look at her. She looks so much like my wife did. She's just a young woman, innocent, that doesn't deserve to die. Even if she had hit someone 10 meters down the road, she hadn't hit anyone yet. I can't punish her for a maybe. I put my hand on her shoulder and I say, don't use your phone when you drive. It's stupid and fucking dangerous. She looks back, nods. Okay. Suddenly, all the anger and misanthropy in me is gone. Something has let go. I'm calm now. Just calm. I ignore the people gawking at me and walk away. I take out my phone and call Jane. Jane, it's Oscar. I need to tell you something. You know that unapproved holiday you keep bringing up? Yeah? I stayed home for a week after my wife died. A 42-year-old man named Harry Capri ran her over when she was crossing the road. He was looking at his phone. Jesus, Oscar, I had no idea. Look, about your job, he got off with a suspended sentence. He'll be back on the road in less than 2 years. Jesus, Oscar. Look, I'll talk to David. We'll get it all. Jane, you're a terrible person. Even if you didn't know something was wrong, you still knew I was looking after my sick mother. You got me fired. Look, Oscar, I'll get this all sorted out. I'll make this better. Jane, it's too late for that. This is what you can do. You can remember this. Every day you wake up, you can be the bitch who bullied a grieving widower out of his job. That's what you can live with, and that's what you can remember. Goodbye, Jane. As I head towards the train station, I do something that would make my shrink proud. Something I hadn't done since my wife had been killed by an inconsiderate and thoughtless person more or less like you. I smile.